In this presentation, you will learn about reservations for economically weaker sections of society, especially women. Apart from affirmative action or reservations for the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, the Government of India provides safeguards to persons on the basis of gender, class, and disability. On 7 Jan 2019, the Union Council of Ministers approved a 10% reservation in government jobs and educational institutions for the EWS in the general category. The cabinet decided that this would be over and above the existing 50% reservation for SC, ST, OBC categories. Here are the provisions for economically weaker sections. Article 15 of the Constitution, Clause 6, allows the state in making any special provision for the advancement of any economically weaker sections of societies other than the classes mentioned in the clauses 4 and 5. Any special provision for the advancement of any economically weaker sections of citizens other than the classes mentioned in clauses 4 and 5, including special provisions related to their admission to educational institutions, private educational institutions, whether aided or unaided by the state, other than the minority educational institutions referred to in clause 1 of Article 30. If provided, the reservation would be in addition to the existing reservations and subject to a maximum of 10% of the total seats in each category. For the purposes of this article and Article 16, economically weaker sections shall be identifiable on the basis of family income and other indicators of economic disadvantage. Article 16 of the Constitution, Clause 6, allows the state to make any provision for the reservation of appointments or posts in favor of any economically weaker sections of citizens other than the classes mentioned in Clause 4, in addition to the existing reservation and subject to a maximum of 10% of the posts in each category. Women's Reservation Bill. The Women's Reservation Bill was passed by the Rajya Sabha on 9th March 2010 by a majority vote of 186 members in favor and 1 against. As of March 2013, the Lok Sabha has not voted on the bill. The bill seeks to reserve 33.33% seats in the Lok Sabha or the lower house of Parliament and in the state legislative assemblies for women in accordance to the 73rd and 74th constitutional amendments, which reserve the same percentage of seats for women in rural and urban local bodies respectively. The bill has been introduced in the Indian Parliament several times since its initial launch in 1996. In Gujarat and Andhra Pradesh, 33% of posts are reserved for females in all government departments and services such as police, health, education and general administration. From 2015 onwards, Kerala has implemented a 55% reservation for all posts of its local self-governing bodies. There are several provisions in the Constitution in order to protect women from discrimination, violence and trafficking, such as the Immoral Traffic Prevention Act 1956 dealing with prevention of trafficking of women and children, the Dowry Prohibition Act 1961, 28 of 1961 amended in 1986 that intends to prevent giving and accepting of dowry in terms of property, money by either party or anyone in connection to either party. The Indecent Representation of Women Prohibition Act 1986 that regulates images or material that is derogative of a woman or of being corrupt or of being susceptible to public morality. The Commission of Sati Prevention Act 1987, 3 of 1988 is an act to provide for the more effective prevention of the commission of sati and its glorification. Sati refers to the burning or burying alive of widows. Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005 covers any women in household who may be facing physical, emotional, verbal, sexual or financial violence in the home. The Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act 2013 that aims to protect women from harassment at the workplace and providing guidelines for proper conduct. The Criminal Law Amendment Act 2013 that specifies the meaning of sexual offences, including acid attack, attempt to disrobe, stalking, voyeurism, etc. in its description. Article 243D ensures reservation for women in panchayats and municipalities. It reserves 1/3 or more seats from the total reserved seats, including SC, ST, OBC for women. Thank you for watching the presentation. Do like, subscribe, share, and leave your comments about this presentation or any other topics you would like to learn more about.